Good afternoon to Professor Dr. Edmund, lecturer for STB 3223, Medical Biotechnology. My name is Valentina Patrick. Today, I would like to talk about cystic fibrosis disease. And these are my team members for this assignment. Let's start with introduction. Cystic fibrosis disorder is a disease that causes severe damage which impacts the human body function, organs, and digestive system. It is also known as inherited diseases in medical terminology. Cystic fibrosis damages the cells which are responsible for the production of mucus, perspiration, and digestive fluids. Normally, a healthy person produces fluids that are thin and slippery. However, in persons with cystic fibrosis, the secretion becomes sticky and thick. Besides, it will clog all the tubes, ducts, and passages compared functioning as a lubricant. In addition, people who inherited this disease will have two faulty genes, which are inherited from each parent, and it will be a recessive gene. Plus, some symptoms of cystic fibrosis that can be detected at an early stage are slow growth, trouble in breathing, and recurrent sinusitis. Next is the biological pathway of cystic fibrosis. As you can see, cystic fibrosis occurs when the cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductor regulator CTFR gene were mutated. Mutation of the gene can lead to defective chloride transportation, which causes the thickening of mucus layer in the lung and block the ducts of other affected organs. And here an example. Mutation on Phi at 508 position. The mutation causes severe disruption to the local protein, thus causing inactivation of protein that remains in the endoplasmic reticulum. The residing protein then undergoes proteasome degradation. This impairs the ability of the channel to transport chloride, which contributes to the reduced open probability and reduce the half-life of residency at the cell surface.
Cystic fibrosis disorder is due to mutations in a specific gene that codes for the cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductors regulator (CFTR) protein. As such, scientists have been searching for methods to cure cystic fibrosis by providing a functional gene copy to patients affected by the disorder. One way to do this is via gene therapy. Gene therapy is a biotechnological application that treats a disorder by correcting an underlying genetic problem. There are three types of gene therapy that can potentially work on an individual with cystic fibrosis. The first one is integrating gene therapy. Integrating gene therapy involves the delivery of a DNA fragment containing a functioning CFTR gene into the patient's cells. This method will cause the new CFTR gene to become integrated permanently in their genome. An integrated gene treatment has the benefit of being permanent. However, it could have unwanted side effects, since the new copy may be put into a section of the genome that carries important data. The second type of gene therapy is non-integrating gene therapy. For non-integrating gene therapy, the new CFTR gene inserted into the cell of the patient will not be integrated into their genome. The cell may still employ the new copy of the CFTR gene to create normal CFTR proteins, even though the gene itself does not become part of the genome. The treatment allows for addition of new CFTR gene without affecting the genome. The third method of gene therapy is RNA therapy. Instead of inserting functional DNA copies of the CFTR gene to cells to create working RNA copies, functional RNA copies are directly inserted into the patient's cells via RNA therapy. The benefit of this type of gene therapy is that it does not jeopardize the patient's genetics. In a nutshell, cystic fibrosis is a type of disease that cannot be taken lightly since it causes terrible damage to the human body. Few steps should be taken in order to minimize the bad impacts of these diseases. For instance, practice a healthy lifestyle and keeping your distance from sick individuals. Apart from that, getting a vaccine that has been prescribed by your doctor, as well as regular checkup. Hence, as this inherited disease needs lifetime care, a proper action is needed, and with many illnesses, early diagnosis and treatment typically leads to the best outcomes. That's all from us. Thank you.